Hey everyone, welcome back to Logic Bombs. Today we'll do the rest of row 7. Let's jump on in. Okay, we have three slimes, which means that we're going to have three different walled off zones, like that, like that. Exact detail is TBD, but if we need to have the zones walled off, then... Okay, interesting. Because we can only have, like, one block in each of those zones, it's going to have to look something like this, maybe, right? Not exactly that, even that's pretty wrong, but yeah, something along those lines. Can we learn anything from the Picross blocks around here? Okay, here's something. Um, this 4 has to hit, well, 4 monsters. If we have this guy attack this monster, the only other way for him to get 4 is to attack the rest of them. He can't like double dip here. So if he gets this guy, he's gonna have to get the rest of them. And if he gets this guy, he has to get the rest of them. There's no way to mix and match like that and that, for example. Is that true anywhere else? Um, no, not really. This guy can double dip like that, for example. This guy uniquely is unable to double dip. So what does that mean? Oh, wait, look at this. Yeah, this guy can't go both directions as well. If he goes this way, he has to commit to getting all three of those monsters. What does that mean for us? I'm honestly not quite sure. I should have done that a long time ago, but we have to put a block there to stop these two slimes from interacting. Hmm. Okay. Let's say that this guy does in fact get all of those guys. That would wall this off entirely, which I guess could work. I guess we could have, yeah, because that's blocked off already, and just have this little guy in his own little world. If that was the case, we have no reason to believe that to be 100% true, though. Hmm. Yeah, nothing's leaping out to me as, oh, this is for sure how you're going to solve this particular puzzle. I'm going to move on to another one for the time being, one that we can hopefully make some progress on immediately. 16 monsters, 4x, 4y. On one question block row, we know that that row is going to have... Oh, we don't know how much it's going to have because these sums on the side don't account for the question mark or for the x's here. Let's see. Um, I mean, if all the y's are equal to 3, is there a problem there? 4 times 3 and 4 times 1. Yep, that works. They could also be equal to 4 times 4. We just know that y has to be equal to... here's something. If x is equal to 1, then that puts like one block there, bringing this total up to 25. That would mean that this row is entirely empty, which I don't believe is feasible because then you'd have to have one wall there and one wall there to stop this bomb from hitting this bomb and this bomb from hitting that bomb. Because we can't have that, x has to be equal to at least 2 because x can't be equal to 0. If x is equal to 2, then y would also be equal to 2, which is not feasible. Therefore, x has to be equal to at least 3, because you can't have two variables have the same value. If x is equal to 3, then that means this is 21 plus 12, that's 33 total. 33 minus 25 is equal to 8, which would mean that all but one block in this particular row is filled. Therefore, we can't have x equals 4 because that would put more blocks in that row than are possible. Therefore, all of this is solved like that. And this question mark is equal to 8. I should have done this from the get-go, but we need to empty out those. What's next? We almost have most of this solved. Oh, this is a solved row as well for solving that row, which solves that column and that column, which also solves those columns for us. 3 apiece. This has to be open so that this connects with that. Same goes there, therefore that's closed off. That's a wall, and those are perfect. Nice. Next level. Okay, we only have one slime, which means that there's only one zone in this whole level. We don't need to worry about blocking anything off. I'm seeing some 8s and some 1s. 8s and 1s are always nice to see. We know that this one wall, is it feasible to have that? No, it is not feasible to have both of these bombs be open on this side. I guess you could and just have the wall there and then he attacks like that instead. Okay, that actually is feasible. I lied. What is an actually useful thing for us to deduce though? Here. This row with the 2s. I wonder if, is it possible for both of those? No. Oh wait, yes. No. Okay. If we have both of these 1s go up, then this 2 can't also join in because then there wouldn't be enough space for all 8 blocks. Same is true there. Now here it's feasible for the 2 to go up instead. Here it is not for the feasible for the 2. Just in general, we know that this 2 has to hit down below because if all this is open, that leaves not enough room for the 5 walls. Therefore, this 2 is attacking that guy below at minimum. Probably attacking this guy as well, or that guy as well. Not probably, he will be attacking one of those 2 as well. Is there anything similarly true about... Okay, well this 1 has to get one of these guys now. He has to get this guy or that guy. I don't think I can deduce anything from that. I lied. I can deduce one thing. We need to have this bomb not hit that monster because you can't double up on the same monster with 2 bombs. Therefore, there's a wall over here and over here, somewhere in those 2 sections. Therefore, that is this bomb attacks that particular monster, which means this guy has to attack at least at bare minimum this guy here. This guy at bare minimum attacks this guy as well, which means what does that mean? Well, this 1 certainly isn't getting this guy because if we have all this open, there's not enough room for the 5 blocks. Therefore, he's getting that guy. You have to get both of them. That's blocked off like that. Wall. Wall. The 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Nope. Yeah, you have to get him. You have to get those guys. Wait. Wait. Did I accidentally... Oh no, we're good. We're good. Okay. I thought for a second I'd screwed up and that I'd somehow double bombed somewhere. I just miscounted. You have to have a wall there. You're done. Oh, I screwed up somewhere. Take a look at that. This row has not enough blocks in it. Wait, literally how? Huh. Okay, I'm gonna keep pressing forward and hoping that I can still solve this. I guess we'll see if that's true. Oh, look at that. This is a blocked off zone now. Oh man, I'm really beefing this one. Here, I'm going to... I'm going to go ahead and just solve this one out, see if I can't, not guesswork, but retroactively fix things to make it right. And again, hope for the best. Oh, what am I doing? Oh, what am I doing? Look at this column. How does that make any sense? Okay. Somewhere around here we screwed up. In order for anything to make sense. Oh, wow, that's a fundamental problem with the whole thing. Okay, take a look. Looking at this column again, 5. That means if we want... Oh, man. I think all that means is I just have to do that instead. And that's okay, right? Like, that's acceptable, I'm pretty sure. Yeah, I'm pretty sure that's acceptable. I guess we'll find out shortly, right? But... that column is solved. I get the very strong feeling that I've continued to screw up this particular level. But no time like the present to find out just how badly I'm doing. Ugh. Ugh. Oh, you're blocked off there. You're blocked off there. You have to be open there. Because how else do you escape from there? This is no good. Oh man. I mean, this simply will be some amount of guesswork to get to the solution here. One of these has to be open so that we can have the slime escape from the central area. Therefore, both of those are blocked off. You're open, you're blocked off there and there. Yeah, no, it's a lost cause. I'm going to have to reset that one entirely. let's walk through some logic again. The main thing was we can't do this, therefore you get that guy, just unequivocally. We can't do that. Wait, no, but then you could just get those. Oh, there's the problem. You could just get those guys instead. That was just a fundamental problem with my logic from the get-go. Okay, here, 5. We could block off both of those, I guess, and then have these guys go on the side here. You're not getting him. You might get him. You definitely can get him. But you're not getting him. Therefore, who gets him? You have to get him. And he's not getting him because if we do this, there's not enough wall space left over to satisfy the column's rule. So you are for sure getting him. Which means what? You have one more guy you can get. You can't get him, meaning that at least one of you twos is going to have to get this guy instead. Something like that. Okay, if we do that, then it has to be this guy who gets him, which is feasible. Okay. What do I do with you? Oh, you just physically can't even get that guy. You have to get him instead. Ah, I should have clocked that. And because you can't get him, that means this 2 has to get the guy to his left now, forcing this 1 to get that guy, blocks there, blocks all the way through here because that column is solved. Wall. You're getting those 2 guys. No, he's not. No, he's not. No, no, what? Oh, you can get him. That's why. Understood. You can't get him, therefore you're at minimum getting him, for sure. No if, whats, or buts about it. You have to get him. Then what? Either this 2 gets him or this 2 gets him. It has to be this 2 because this 2, if we get him, will violate the Picross rule. Therefore, all of this is filled in. You were at minimum getting him. Oh, what do I do? What do I do? What do I do? You are at minimum getting this monster because this 1 is taking care of one of those 2 guys. I'm looking up here at the top now. One of these 2 has to get this monster here, and I think either one of them could pretty... Okay, because this 2 has to take care of one of these monsters, this 2 has to get that particular monster, that blocks off that, and that one, forcing this 2 to get that monster, this 1 to get that guy. Okay, great. That column is solved. That one's solved as well. What else can we pretty handily solve at this point? Oh, well, if that's solved, then we have to look at it like that. That's just the way it's going to go. 5. Where else am I looking to place some walls? Six, 5, 2. Oh, this row is solved. Nice. What does that tell us? Nothing terribly exciting, unfortunately. Okay, 4, not solved. 5, close to solved, but not quite. 5, not even close, not even close. Kind of getting there, but not really close. No, no. How about columns? 2, 5, 8. This one's very close. 6, 5, 1. I feel like this shouldn't be as hard as I'm making it out to be. Are there any bomb rules I'm just missing? Any bombs who are gonna hit? I mean, there's got to be a wall there and a wall there somewhere, right? Um, and also a wall here. And I think that's it. How about up here? Is there a problem with like both of those being open? I mean, let's be so for real. It's gonna be blocked off there or there because of puzzle design. It's gonna be going down. They'll want me to solve this section by realizing, oh, we can't have this part blocked off, that kind of thing. Okay, seriously, what am I missing here? What am I missing? What is the thing that I need to find that solves all of this? So very nearly there. So very nearly there. I mean, okay, here. We can't block off this section here. At least one of the open things is going to be like there or there or there. And one of them is also going to be here or here to make sure that this section stays open. Therefore, those two are certainly blocked off. The same thing will go here. We have to have one of these open so that this can escape, and one of these open so this bottom thing can escape. Therefore, those are also blocked off because we need to allocate one air here and one air like there or something along those lines. Therefore, we can't have the two blocks here because then what? We block that off? No. What is next? Using very similar... Is there anything that we can similarly do here to prevent any particular zones from being blocked off? I mean, we only have one more block to solve in this particular row. Hmm. Huh, I'm genuinely, Why is this one the tricky one? Okay, checking the hint, I have fewer than 3 misplaced, which is always nice. I'm gonna go ahead and move on to the next one, and we'll come back to that one once my palette is more refreshed. 022, 026, and question mark bombs, which means that these bombs can attack any number of monsters. We know that they'll be attacking at... Oh no, there's 4 monsters and 5 bombs. So at least one will be completely unused. There's also 3 slimes creating 3 zones. Therefore, unless we can like fully block this off somehow, I'm pretty sure we're not looking at like this, for example. That would be difficult to maintain, I think. Okay, well, this bomb is for sure... Oh wait, no, he can get that guy. No, he can get him. I sometimes misread the columns and row numbers as the number of airspaces in the section. You know, that would break that rule, but not the actual rule, so we're doing okay. I mean, we can pretty easily block off every single bomb from doing their thing here. Can I prove outright that this guy can't get all 4 of them? I mean, if he did, that'd bring this up to 27. 27 minus 22 is 5. There's like 5 here somewhere. But if each slime has to have at least 1 monster in its zone, which is one of the rules, then we can't have all of them connected like that. We need to have at least this one on its own, doing its own thing. And at least one more doing its own thing. We need to have at least 3 zones that are just fully on their own. Okay, well, if we have that kind of thing sorted, situated, what does that mean for the rest of us? I mean, okay, looking at this, the absolute most we can have here is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, which brings this total up to 31, which then 31 minus 22 is 9. Is this feasibly 9? I guess so. Oh, but this row is solved. Yeah, because we know that has to be there, therefore that row is solved. Just doing that. Is there any way to block it off entirely from this slime? We can block that slime off pretty easily. Can we block it off from this slime? Like putting, I don't know, a wall here and a wall there and a wall there. No, because then it just connects with that slime instead. I'm pretty sure there's no way to block off this in a way that blocks this slime off from both this side and that this slime and this question mark block. Because he can't touch the slime, it's more important that we block him off from the slime. Therefore, I think we can pretty easily assume, not even assume, just know, that this slime touches this question mark block right here. Great. I think that means we can't have this slime touching this block here. And this slime is going to go up and do his thing over here. If this slime touching that guy and this slime touching is touching somewhere else, we can't have the blocks here. If we do, then they will touch like that. Therefore, those are all guaranteed to be open air. Oh, but that does mean that these two groups are touching. That this slime is for sure touching this group here, which means you need at least one more monster that's on its own to prevent to allow like one more slime to have its own group. Those guys need to be blocked. No, that doesn't work. That does not work. Yeah, that simply does not work because if we block that off. Oh, wait, no, that totally can work. Yeah, okay, these guys are blocked off. He touches like that. Therefore, this bomb gets that monster. Because if this bomb gets it, then that's only two groups of monsters and bombs for 3 slimes. Here, we still have a chance for this third slime to get done on the action over here. Okay. How do we actually secure that, though? How do we guarantee that will, in fact, happen? Well, if he needs to get over here, we're looking at this and that and that. Okay, huge. This is going surprisingly well. You need to be open there to allow at least some entry into that top left section. Can't have a wall there because then they'll connect like that. That's true for all these down here. Same thing is true here. We can't have them connect like that. Therefore, all those are open, so one of these is a wall. This can't be a wall because then he goes on down like this, and no matter where he goes, he touches. Therefore, that's a wall. That's open. I think we can pretty safely assume this is a wall too, but we'll withhold judgment until we absolutely have to. Those are all open no matter what. Does it make any sense for a block to be there? No. No, that has to be open. Can a block go there? No, he'll have to go down like that and touch. Therefore, those are the 3 blocks in that particular section. There's a block there. You're blocked like that. Open. All this is blocked. You're blocked there, you're blocked there. You're open there. Which then leaves like that. Perfect. That was a fun one. That was a good puzzle. Final puzzle of this particular row. We have a 15 by 15 grid. Oh no. 11 monsters, 1 X and 1 Y. So it's just a balance of how much does Y get versus X get for each bomb, or for each monster. Well, X has to get at least 4. There's no way around it. X is getting at least 4. That's bringing this total up to 22 plus 4 is 30, which does not even begin to match 32. Therefore, X has to get at least 2 more, bringing it to 6. 22 plus 12 is equal to 34. Which, if Y gets the rest of these, Y would have 5, and that doesn't match either. Let's try one more. X equals 7, Y equals... And what I'm doing here is I'm looking at these columns here and seeing what ratio of Y to X would match. Would make it so that this summation matches this summation here if we add those values that Y and X are to these columns and rows. Okay, so let's say X is equal to 7, Y equals 5. 42 versus 36. Nope. X equals 8, Y equals 3. 6 plus 32 is equal to 38. 22 plus 8 plus 8 plus 16 is equal to 38. That is the correct ratio. Solved like that. We have 2 slime zones. Okay. That means this slime's probably going to touch this guy, and this slime's probably going to touch that guy. I mean, there's no way for this slime not to be touching this group here. Therefore, if you're touching that by default, you have to be blocked off there. If x is equal to 8, then 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4. Yep, all of that is solved. All of this is solved. And what else do we know? We know, looking around, the block can't be here because then they'll touch. Oh, we just have to have this here. So the 2 slime groups don't touch. A similar thing here. It's either going to be here or here because we can't have them touch otherwise. We can fill in all of these for very similar reasons. How about here? We can't have them touch at all, therefore the block has to be there or there to prevent the 2 groups from touching. With all of that filled in, oh, we're very close to, not even close, we just do solve that particular column. No, that's not going to work, right? Yeah, look at that. That's not going to work. Because, I mean, they're just touching now. Okay, where'd I screw up? Was it with these 9s? Yeah, I screwed up somewhere. I mean, I'm pretty sure that's what we're doing. Like, we need to put the walls there. Is it possible I jumped the gun anywhere? Let me withdraw some of these prior statements. Yeah, just going ahead and repealing all of that. We can't have it there because it'll connect like that. We can't have it there because then it'll connect across like that. Therefore, both of those are open air. The same is true here. The same is, well, we don't know that those are 2s, so we just don't know the exact details there. Oh, if x is equal to 8, then 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. That's all solved. Should have noticed that a little bit sooner. I'll be honest, I see no real way that it's not blocked off like this and not blocked off like that. But we'll continue to move forward, if only briefly, just to keep up the act of logical deduction. Okay, back to this. If the block is here, they connect. Nope, nope, nope. Nope. Same thing here. Nope, 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 nope. Or, oops, actually, it can be there. Because if the block's there, for example, they connect like that, which is no good. We are one away from solving this particular column, which is nice. Y is equal to 3, so we have like 2 more to put in each of those columns, 1 more to put in this column. We're very close to solving this row. Oh, we're only 1 away from solving each of those columns because I forgot about the things at the bottom here. Whenever to the very top or bottom, they kind of blend into the background for me, to be honest. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. That's all blocked off. That goes like that. No, that doesn't make sense. How have I screwed this up every single time? Okay, we'll stick with it for the time being, and I'll see if I can't retroactively fix it at any point. 5, 6, 7. I mean, you just have to go there. You're blocked off. Yeah, both of these are just kind of off. Oh. Wait. Did I miscount here? Oh, that is 6. Huh. Okay, I mean, back to what I had before, right? Open, open, open. No, not open. Okay, what's so bad about doing that? Doing this. And what's so bad about how many? Oh, I have 3 plus walls wrong. 3 plus walls? Not 6 plus, which is nice, I guess, but 3 plus is still like a lot to have wrong. I just keep beefing these particular puzzles. I mean, look, I just need 1 more in this particular column. But I don't really know how to do that besides this diagonal string here. Let's quickly reset. We know the ratio already. We know that it has to be this, right? We have that blocked off. All of this is blocked off for the exact same reason. We then immediately know that all of that, right? Yes. Which then gives us all of this being blocked off, or being no walls. It's a nice noise. All of this is similarly blocked off. All of this is open. That's a much nicer foundation from which to build a level. This and this are unequivocally connected. I guess we could theoretically do it like that. I guess I was just doing it in the wrong direction initially. Well, okay. The block in this column has to be there or there. If it's there, they connect. No good. Therefore, those are for sure error. For the exact same reason, if we put it, those are for sure error. For the exact same reasons, those are for sure error. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. One away from solving this particular row. How about here? We had to have those blocked off because otherwise they'll connect. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Wonderful. Which means I'm not quite sure yet. But that's all open. Which means that this slime is now touching this group here, therefore you have to block it off like that. And I guess you could. No, you couldn't double up like that. Because if we did that, then this would have too many blocks in that particular column. Oh, I think this column is solved. It is tremendous. That's solved as well. Just gonna put those there preemptively. Because we know how that particular story ends. There we go. So I just had it reversed the first time around. No wonder I had so much difficulty with it. Okay, back to this one from a while ago. 36, 36, there's an equal number of blocks in the 2 question mark rows. There's got to be something that we can learn from this. We can't have him get both of these. Therefore, he's going to get at least one of them. Duh. Excuse me. Let's say he gets both of these, right? Are there any interesting implications as a result? Well, then this guy has to get this guy here, this guy has to get this guy here. How about if he blocks off like that? Well, this guy's screwed if he does that. That guy's similarly screwed. I think any combination of 2 adjacent groups like that is going to not work. Therefore, he has to get both of these 2 groups, forcing this particular combination. And to be clear, these combinations here where he'd like get these 2 groups wouldn't work, because then which monsters is this guy going to get? He can't go through those monsters. Therefore, you have it blocked off like that. And what does that tell us about the rest of this puzzle? That tells us there's a block there. That tells us with those blocks we solve those rows. With those rows solved, we now have, I don't know, but I'm sure there's another piece. Oh, there's the next piece. That row is solved. What's the next piece? That piece. What's next? What is next? I feel like this puzzle should be falling apart at the seams at this point. What's next? Oh, come on. What am I doing? What am I doing? There's got to be a half-decent next step somewhere. We have to have a wall somewhere here to stop this bomb from hitting that monster. Same thing. Oh, there we go. The wall goes somewhere here. I always forget these ones on the side. Ugh. We add some walls there to make sure that that all works out. And the same thing happens here. Some walls go there. With those walls, we solve that column at 6. Wait, no, what am I doing? Why did I assume that? I looked at this and I'm like, ah, it's a 6 column there. No, I just misread that. Which happens more than I'd like to admit. I jumped to an awful lot of conclusions. You're blocked off like that. You're blocked off like that. Once again, blocked off. Blocked off once again. I mean, looking at this, what's the highest possible number we can have here? We can have 5 here at most. Well, we already don't even have enough for 5 there. We have to have 4 here. 4 and 4. Would 4 and 4 satisfy? Okay, let's think about this. If we put the block here, all this is open, then it's 4, and we do 4 like that. That goes there. This is all blocked off. Oh, that's perfect. Okay, huge. Let's try this one. Ah, I've already made decent progress, it looks like. Oh, this one's tricky. I remember this one. This one is, no fun. Hmm. Five blocks here. 5 of these, just no matter what, are gonna be blocked off. Which is a lot, honestly. That means that, okay, there's 4 more bombs that are guaranteed to be blocked on this side. Meaning that at least 4 of these bombs have to connect. We already have 4 that are blocked off here. So basically what that means is that with only 8 bombs remaining and 4 that are guaranteed to be blocked off, we can't have like this and this and this and this and this, right? We can't have oh, what am I saying? No, I keep forgetting to count the ones that are already here. And there's only 3 more that are guaranteed to be blocked. And here there's, well, okay, there's 4 that are guaranteed to be blocked on this side, right? 1, 2, 3, 4. Or I guess we could put it there instead. How many bombs are left? 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. There's 7 left. And we're guaranteed to block off at least 3 on this side, and at least 2 on that side. I might be approaching this the wrong way. Oh, here's something. Look at this row. We can't have... That's just going to be solved like that, because we need to have one of these bombs hit. If this bomb's already blocked off, we can't put the other ones there, because then who's going to hit the monsters? Nobody. Okay, wonderful. The next piece of information that we get is that. The next piece we get is this, because we can't have both of these blocked off. The next piece then, of course, is what do we know? Is this solved? No, it is not. It is nearly solved, but it is not de facto solved. We need to have one more airspace in both those columns to solve both of those columns. I'm looking... What can we glean from this row? I mean, we can't have both of those be true. We have to have at least one of these blocked off. Whichever one that is, I guess we'll find out soon. Oh, this has to be blocked off so that these two bombs don't collide. Solving that row for us. Is something similarly true anywhere else? No, I think the rest of the bombs have themselves in order. I think either of those guys can do the trick pretty handily. Yeah, what's up with the walls down here? There's going to be like one of them somewhere. Let's say we put a wall here. Both of these guys collide with monsters, just guaranteed. Forcing us to put walls there. Does that tell us anything, though? I don't think so. Oh, here's something. Let's take a look at zoning rules. We have to have that be open because otherwise these mines will get stuck over here in the corner. Therefore, one block goes there. This is open for that reason. We have to have that go there, meaning the 2 blocks go here and this one has to be open there, because if we can't have this be taken up, because then at least one will be taken up there as well, and the monsters never get hit. Okay. Interesting. We are unequivocally going places. Okay. That whole column is solved. Solve it like that, because we can't have both of these be blocked off. Oh, what is next? I feel like it can't be that hard to figure out. We've already come this far. Ah, you're blocked off. So are you. Herd. Both of you get blocked off. You have to be blocked off. Forcing you to be blocked off. Forcing all of this. Huge. That one was tricky because you had to find like the exact right spots to make deductions. You couldn't uh, guesswork your way through it. Not guesswork, but there weren't several leads to tug on. You usually had to find like the exact right thing, the next exact step in the deduction. Block there. Just no matter what, has to be a block there. Back to this top right thing. We can't have that. That's just not feasible. It's either this or that. Which then I think seals the deal on the rest of them too. Because if it's that, for example, then you have to have all of them go in order like this. Right? If we do this, then you have to have this, have to have that, have to have that. So that tells us these are all connected in the middle like that, which puts walls here because this row gets solved. This gets solved. Wow. We gotta put a wall there and connect these guys up instead. Because otherwise, if this is also connected to that, that's 3 whole groups of monsters that are already connected, and that's not going to work. Because we have to have... That would make, at most, 2 groups possible, which, again, is not going to work. We absolutely need to have at least 3 distinct groups, which is what we're currently hoping to have, it looks like. That's blocked off. I'm getting the feeling I might have screwed this up somewhere, but we'll find out shortly, I guess. We have to block off. Ooh. Okay. Okay. This slime is touching this group on the right and bottom here. This slime touching the left, this slime touching the top. We have to do what we can to stop this slime from touching this group. Therefore, we can't have walls there. This all has to be open. Same thing here. This all has to be open because we can't have them touched like that. Meanwhile, is that... Yes, also all this has to be open for the exact same... Oh wait, no it's not. Oops. That's a 3, not a 2. My bad. We can't this has to be open because we can't have like a block here, then they'll touch. You're there. Blocked. Blocked. Huge. What's next? You have to be open because we can't have these 2 groups touching. This has to be open because if this is here, then they touch like that. That's open. That's forced to be blocked. 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 And what's left to discuss? Blocked. blocked. Yay! Last level of this row, the one we got partway through. Do I have any errors? Nope, fewer than 3. We don't need to reset, we just need to logic our way through this particular puzzle. Are there any ways that we can just totally like block off certain parts of the level unduly? Hmm. One, two, three, four. I don't really see a way. Okay, with this 6 here, is there any way to... What does this 6 imply? Because he's only one away from being solved, which to me feels like we can probably figure out exactly how to solve him. Okay, well, looking down here, we know there has to be a wall here, and then at least one wall here. So there's 4 walls at most going here. We can't have both walls there and there because that blocks off this whole side of the level. Therefore, we know it's going to be like this or this. Either way, all of these... I guess we could have 2 here. If we have 2 there... we just don't know anything about that, actually. I lied. We don't have enough information there yet to make a definitive conclusion. I'll be real. My intuition is telling me this, but I want to know why we logically have to do that first. I'm going to go ahead and go on a limb here. Ugh. Yeah, what's the logic to any of this? I mean, look, okay. We know we have to have at least one open column there and like one open column here. Could it be there or here? Yeah. It can't be there, actually. We know that these generally have to stack. Because, I mean, I guess you could do that, but then how do you get up there? No. This has to be 2 stacks of open stuff like that. Therefore, it can't be here, because then that's not enough room left over in this column to have the blocks. Therefore, those are blocks. It can't be here, because that implies here, which is going to violate that rule. Okay, now we're getting somewhere. Is either of these a problem? If we put it there? I don't think either of those are a problem. Now we know more about this particular spot, too. It has to, well, they have to go there. We can't have this here because then the bomb will collide with the monster. What am I saying? Yeah, that has to go there. Okay, what does that tell us about the rest of the level? less than I would like, it seems. 1, 2, 3. We have to have at least one of those open somewhere. One or several of those open, to be clear. We don't need to have them all blocked off. You could theoretically block these guys in by doing that. Which I guess means don't do this or don't do that, but I'm not going to anyway, I don't think. I wonder... You block this off, all of this becomes open. Where does a block go in here? Like, why would it go there versus there versus there? I guess you could block off this and have all of that be like a thing. We can't have both of those. We have to have this and like 2 open or this open. Let's we have this open, that reveals all that blocks off all of that. Which tells us what? Next to nothing. Like that would lead to this. Which I guess that tells us this is open. And one of those is open. I'm unimpressed by that particular piece of potential information. I guess for me, an interesting question is, can both of these be open? I guess so, yeah. Ooh. This one is real annoying. I feel like I'm just kind of staring at this one. Oh, interesting. I hadn't noticed that. Only one of these will be open. Like 1, 2, 3, 4, or like... Okay, well let's say it's here, right? Unless we do that. Oh yeah, interesting. By the nature of this having a bottleneck, we now... Is there anywhere where it would be a problem? It would not be a problem. Wait, okay, sorry. Let's take a step back here. We do this, we like block off like this, right? Not good. Is there anywhere where this tile would not be a problem? Yeah, like that is not a problem. We only get one wall here too. So if we have only one airspace, only one wall in this column, we can pretty effectively... Oh, well, it can't be here because if we do this, then it has to be blocked off like that, and that's not going to be good. Therefore, this one absolutely has to be a wall. Can we put it there? Or there? How about here? We block this off, goes up, Yeah, that seems fine. That seems fine. How about here? Is there a problem if we put it there? Hmm. Boy, I really figured out that there's exactly one wall there. Great. Good for me. Okay, well let's talk about this. Let's say we have this guy here. He has to go up through here. This is where the other wall, the other open spot is. We put it over here somewhere. You have to connect either through there or through here. Do we have any strong reason that I don't think so. We only got one wall here too. Huh. God. Okay. How about this? If we have it here, then we have to have this and this open, which doesn't work because there wouldn't be enough blocks left over in that particular spot or in that particular column. Okay. If we put this here, up, up, we can't put that, can we? I guess we could. How about this? Could that be okay? That could be okay. All that connected? Sure, why not? Huh. I'm just not sure what I need to or want to do here. I'm sure there is some piece of logical deduction I can make. I just don't know what that is at the moment. Which is why I'm going to try this as a solution for the time being. Just to see, could be fun, you know? That's all connected. Actually, let's take a look at this bottom left part here before we jump to any hasty conclusions. So there is basically no way to block this off now. We have no problem like doing that, for example. It'll just be open. We're two away from solving this particular part of it. If this does get blocked off, then we have to have this available. Yeah, what are the consequences of... Oh, let me remove these. You know what? Nah. Let's just try this, see if this works. We're testing 50/50s right now. Hmm. Okay, I don't see how that would work. Because, like if we have this, and then all of that, yeah, I guess we need to look at this. If we have 2 here, and 1 more somewhere here, we can't have it here. Therefore, we have to have it here. Okay, that's getting us somewhere. This has to be open, that has to be closed off, this has to be open for the exact same reason. Therefore, all of that's open. Doesn't really matter where we put these, I guess. That has to be open. All that's blocked off. That's open for sure. Ugh. There's like 1 more somewhere in there, but exactly where is totally TBD. Oop, almost. Oh, what a ugly solve. What a totally ugly solve. Ugh. We'll fix it. 3 plus wrong. Oh man. We'll fix it. 3 plus wrong. Well, there has to be 1 more somewhere in here. I mean, here, I can try this. No, that has to be there. I don't see any way to justify that. Nope, that has to be like that as well. So then where does the 5th come in? We can't have both of these blocked off. Oh man. 3 plus wrong. Okay, this one's wrong somehow. What other columns are wrong? Nope, that one's good. That one's good. This one's completely full, which is a problem. Is there any way to make that work? I don't think so. Well, let's go ahead and do that for the time being. Now there's 1 wrong somewhere in here. 1 wrong somewhere in there. 2 birds, 1 stone. Go ahead and fix that one. Five, 2, 3. The rest of the columns look roughly correct. 4, 5, 5, 5, 7, 2, 8, 8, 2. Yeah, there's something fundamentally wrong with my solution. I guess I just have to reset. I fear I simply have no choice. Okay. Back to the beginning with this one. If this guy gets this guy, we don't have enough left over to fix all those, so We know that this guy has to get him instead because no one else can. Then, over here, you can't get him. You can't get him, so you have to get him. Therefore, because you can't get him, you have to get that guy. And one of these two has to get you in the middle here. Meanwhile, all of this is true. Okay. So what's next? Wall there, two walls there. And I've already screwed up somehow. There were this 8 rail wasn't satisfied. Oh, what am I saying? I think I did the exact same thing last time too. Because you can't get him, you have to get him. That does not mean you have to get him. This 2 could just as easily get both of these. We know for sure you're getting at least that one. You can't get this guy, so you're getting him or him. One of these 2 has to get this one in the middle here. What else do we or can we know at this point? If there's at least one wall here, let's just say 2 for the sake of argument. This guy could theoretically get him, but definitely not this fella down here. So you have to for sure get at least that guy, forcing him to get this guy, forcing you're getting him at least. You're getting him at least. You have to get him either way. No, what? Oh, no, yeah, you're getting him. My bad. Blocked. You're getting him. I don't know which way it's going to go yet, but we solved this, therefore we now know which way it's going to go. It goes like that. It's all good so far. Blocked, blocked. And block. Okay, what's next? Oh, this is solved, and now it's starting to look very familiar. Okay, we know... What do we know? What do we know about this stupid little puzzle? Okay, we know that. Nice. We know there's at least one wall in here. Yeah, at least one. So, like that or like that. Either way, we're connecting this group and this group through here. If we're connecting them at all, actually. Probably like that, to be honest, but we'll see for sure later. We also need to have at least one block here somewhere. Probably both of them. I mean, look, let's say we put a wall here, or an airspace here. We need to connect up this group with the outside world somewhere. I guess you could do that, but then you're blocked off like that. No, that's not going to work at all. I think you need to have completely vertical ones. One that connects this group, undoubtedly, and one that connects this group, undoubtedly, making those for sure blocks. And don't get blocked. They have to go here because if they're here, that violates a bomb rule. Same thing goes here, same thing goes here. Those are the open ones for sure. What does that reveal? Something, hopefully. Okay, let's look over here on the right hand side. We know two of these are going to be blocks. And if we put them there, we block it off entirely this way or that way. How about this? I mean, can this be... I mean, look, with... Can we have both of these open? Oh, we could. Nice. Well, either way, with this kind of thing, with this blockage happening over here, like, yeah, we could have both sides open. Is there any way to have these two sides connect, actually? Okay, they're blocked off if we do that. If we do this... Yeah, I don't think there's any way to have... this part and this part be connected through here. Which means, like, let's say it's this, for example. Both of these have to be open. There's the assumption that I had wrong the first time around. Okay. Okay. Okay, we're actually close, I think, now. You have to be open. Oh, oops. Oh yeah, you're just blocked off. So you're for sure open. Oh, I feel like I'm so close. Are there any, like, solved rows here? No, I don't think so. Fewer than 3 incorrect. Huge. We're still on a good pace. Well, we can't do that, obviously. One of these has to be open. If we have this be the open spot... Nope, that's not going to work. Therefore, that has to be a block. That's open. If this is the open spot... Yeah, no problem with that. Oh, but that means this is open, forcing that to be, yep, we know that now, because the pathways, you're connected there, you're connected like that. Oh, finally. Finally. Okay. Row 7 is now officially done. Looking at the rest of this, the fact that all the levels are open to me implies that there are no, like, new major mechanics in the game. So, we'll just jump in and see what happens next time. Thanks so much for watching. Ciao.